Welcome to Bananamores. Give it up for one of my favorite alliterations, Jay Jurden.
Hello. Hey, happy Black History Month. Yeah, I know it's not February, but I didn't come up with the stereotype. Also, if you celebrated Black History Month, I want to thank you. If you did not celebrate Black History Month, you might want to change the channel, like right now. You might even want to turn the TV off, but I have bad news. When you turn the TV off, the screen will still be black. I'm very happy to be here. I feel like I've come full circle. This time last year, I was on TV, and this year I am on my boyfriend's last nerve. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I'm on TV. I'm on daytime TV. I'm very happy to be a guy on daytime TV and not have to worry about a paternity test. This is nice. I'm a millennial. Don't get too excited. That's just a fancy word for 30. Yeah, I'm a millennial, and people used to make fun of us. They used to say, oh, I'm sick of these millennials in high school. Millennials, we aren't in school. We are in debt. We are in therapy. We are in debt because of therapy, or we're in therapy because of the way that our debt makes us feel. I mean, on the one hand, we want to be happy, but in the other hand, we have our phones. It's rough. I don't even like that term. Millennial, that's my generational cohort. It's because we grew up during the millennium. I don't know if I like being named after a Backstreet Boys album, right? I don't know if I want it that way. And tell me why the generations after us got such cool nicknames. You got Gen Z, don't make fun of me. You got Gen Alpha, then Gen Omega, because that's when the world ends. Bye, bye, bye. That doesn't work. And before us, you had Generation X, and before them, you had the baby boomers, and before them, you had the silent generation, which was named after the way that our great-grandparents had sex. Just a whole lot of... Was it good for you, Evelyn? It was good for me, Ernest. I can make fun of older people because the pandemic has turned me into one. I've definitely aged during the pandemic. You can't tell because black don't crack, but it also don't like being locked up. I am at that age where some of my friends don't know their dads, but also some of my friends don't know that they're dads, right? I'm old enough that I look pretty good in a robe. Does that track? Like when you're 10 and you wear a robe, people say, oh, look at him, he thinks he's a grown-up. When you're 20 and you wear a robe, people say, oh, what frat are you in? At my age, people see me in a robe and they just say, we will keep the music down, Mr. Jurden. We understand. It's late. I'm like, yeah, it's 9:30. That's a lot of commotion y'all are keeping up. I'm old enough to use the word commotion correctly, but I'm not old enough to enjoy baseball. I'm not there yet. The other day, I could tell I was getting older because I walked outside. I saw a group of kids outside of my building, and the first thing I said was, young man, what are you doing? Pull your mask up. You look ridiculous. Do you know what that means in prison? Now, I like the kids. I like the youths. I think they're doing a lot of stuff right. They know about all these different activisms and being socially aware. They know about intersectionality. So if you don't know intersectionality, that's when you hook up with someone at a four-way stop. Now, intersectionality, that is when you are more than one thing at once. Like me, I'm black and I'm queer, or as the previous administration called it, two strikes. Maybe I do like baseball. But being black and queer, it's interesting because it means that sometimes when white women see me, they instinctively clutch their purse, but they have to compliment mine. Thank you, I'm Jay Jurden.
Wowza, wowza, wowza. That Jay Jurden knows how to work a crowd. This next comic is a Bananamores instant legend. Please give it up for Grace Reiter.
So growing up, I watched a ton of cartoons, and I found myself attracted to, well, a lot of cartoon characters. So I thought it would be kind of fun if we, I don't know, took a stroll down memory lane and recounted some of my old cartoon crushes. So in no particular order, we have Danny Phantom. And I like Danny Phantom because he had white hair, superpowers, and he wore a spandex suit. Really did not take much for me. Next, we have number 1, or Nigel Uno, from Codename Kids Next Door, and I liked him because he had a fat girlfriend. And she actually really looked like me. She had glasses and brown hair and was fat, and of course, being insecure growing up, I was like, nobody's ever gonna love me, even a cartoon character. But he was into fat girls, so I was like, I could really see this working out for both of us. So that was really exciting to finally, I don't know, see me like represented in media. I guess I am white, so I would, whatever. But like the fat part. Okay. Next we have Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I liked him because he had glasses. Again, the bar's low. The bar's very low. And he wore a blue sweatshirt. And blue was my favorite color at the time because I was like, ew, pink's gross and boys like the color blue, and I'm kind of like a boy because I'm a tomboy and I don't like skirts. They're stupid. So I was really fun to be around. I think if I'm being honest, like deep down, I really had a crush on Alvin. I just didn't want to admit it because I knew like he wouldn't be into me like that because, I don't know, Alvin's cool. Like the whole name, like the band is literally Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like, I don't know, it's like dumb. It's whatever. But he's like a total tool anyways, so I kind of dodged a bullet. You know, Alvin is the side thing, the side hustle, the hookup, the toxic college boyfriend that you met on like Tinder or something. I say totally having gone to college for only 1 semester and deleting Tinder after like 2 seconds because I didn't want people to like perceive me. But Simon's the chipmunk you marry, so whatever, I dodged a bullet. Next we have Nick Wilde, and I like Nick Wilde because he was a bad boy with a heart of gold. He was a criminal, yes, which was also kind of hot too. But he didn't want to be a criminal. He was only a criminal because that's the cards he was dealt with in life. And he's like, hey, like, I'm Nick Wilde, I'm different, like, don't talk to me. If he was a person, he'd probably wear like a black leather jacket or something. And I don't know, I was like, he's different. Like, if I got to know him, I could change him, you know what I mean? That's like the kind of vibe I get from him. And you know, you get to know him and you realize, yeah, he's just a normal fox. And he's, you know, he built these barriers because life gave him these cards, and I keep going on the card thing, but you know what I mean. Anyways, you can change him is what I'm getting at, but you can't change Alvin. But I can already see you guys right now, you're probably like, wait a minute. Zootopia came out in 2016. Don't you think that's a little old to be liking a cartoon fox, considering you were 16 when the movie came out? And to that I reply, actually, no, that's pretty normal. I think it's totally normal to have a crush on an anthropomorphic fox when you're 16 years old. What else am I gonna do? This isn't Euphoria, okay? Like, normal teens have crushes on foxes, not whatever they do in Euphoria, okay? Next we have Lola from Shark Tales. She's a betta fish. She's really hot. She's kind of like the Jessica Rabbit of fish. Yeah, that's pretty much it. She's universally hot in the sense like everyone thought she was hot. And last but not least, we have Elsa, the queen. The queen. And I liked Elsa for the same reasons I liked Danny Phantom. She had white hair, superpowers. And although she didn't wear a spandex suit, she did have a really tight-fitted dress with a slit in it. And I remember in the theater when I watched that, I was like, this movie's PG-13? I don't think these kids should be... She was walking like... Oh, that was really great. I was like, I'll think about that later. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much... Those are pretty much, like, obviously, that's not a comprehensive list. If it was, we would be here all day. But it's just a little taste, a little fun taste of my childhood crushes.
I can't even get over how much talent this person has. Kind of unfair. Give a little to the rest of us. I'm so excited to watch this next performer light up the Bananamores stage. Get ready for comedy greatness.
Hey, Bananamores, thank you so much for having me. This is great. I've been in quarantine for a year. It is what it is. I've been living with my girl, and it's been good. It's been good. The universe kind of brought us together, a.k.a. COVID. Thank God she had her own place. But I almost got kicked out 3 times for hard eyes. I had to unlearn a lot of stuff, you know, sending hard eyes. And you know how hard it is to try to convince your girl that you and your boys just send hard eyes now? Like, babe, we just send hard eyes over LeBron. That's just what we do. Duh, you need to get with it. I only know one person that has enjoyed quarantine, and that's my brother. My brother has really enjoyed quarantine because he just came home. He was serving 5 years. And I only say serving because it sounds patriotic, but he was in jail. And he was happy to be home. It was like a regular, he was like, all right, we on lock, but I'm out. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy my brother's home. I'm happy my mom got both her sons. We all hung out. And she could just stop hyping up every little thing like my brother did in jail, She'll call me, she'll go, Donald's reading, and he's going to church, and he's going to the gym, and she'll go, why don't you go to church? It's like, duh, because I'm not in jail. And my brother looks great. Locked up 5 years. He's got muscles, he's got abs, clear skin. It's like he was locked up in the Whole Foods. I need to find like a crime that's going to get me a 1-year sentence so I can just get abs. Thank you so much, Mitzy and Bananamores. Mitzy Bananamores.
Incredible. I gotta watch that set again. Let's rewind.